Hi guys, let's understand the mystery at this point. If we assume this to be mean position and this to be extreme position, so it has to cross via a by root 2. Here x is plus a by root 2. Similarly, when it is moving towards a negative direction, this is this distance x is minus a by root 2. So this distance from mean to this distance is plus a by root 2, and from mean position to this distance is minus a by root 2. Here we would find it would possess kinetic energy and potential energy as well. So let us get into the equation now. Ek is equal to half m omega square a square minus x square was the formula. So instead of a square minus x square, what I do is I put in substitute a by root 2. So if I put in a by root 2, a by root 2 or a by root 2, if I substitute a by root 2, it gets a square by 2. The root 2 thing which was there disappears. Alright, so on calculation what we get is half m omega square a square and this additional multiplied by 2. So that this was the formula for total energy. This was the formula for total energy. Why? Why total energy? Because here at this position the entire kinetic energy was converted to potential energy. So this was the total energy, and in this case here the entire potential energy had got converted into kinetic energy. So this was the formula for total energy. So this gets the formula for total energy, whereas what we got is half m omega square a square divided by 2. So that becomes half TE, half the total energy. Now similarly for potential energy, what we find is we just in this formula we substitute a root 2. So it would be a square, and the root 2 in the denominator gets to the format of 2. On substituting a root 2, what we end up with is half m omega square a square by 2. That is total energy by 2. So what do we see? We see that energy kinetic is TE by 2 and energy potential is also TE by 2. So at this point the energy kinetic is equal to energy potential, and that is energy by 2, total energy by 2. Alright, so at this point there is half 50% of kinetic energy and 50% of potential energy. Alright, isn't it interesting? Okay, now so we sorted mystery at distance a by root 2. Now let us talk about a by 2, plus a by 2 and minus a by 2. Alright, that is Bob has traveled half the distance of amplitude. Alright, okay, so what do? Same thing, we just substitute in our formula. We know that the formula for kinetic energy is half m omega square a square minus x square. Now instead of x square we just substitute a by 2. So that gets this format, half m omega square a square minus a square by 4. So we know this becomes 3 by 4 a square, which is inside, and half m omega square already existed. So this is total energy. So 3/4 of total energy is in format of kinetic energy. Alright, at half the amplitude. Then what about potential energy? Potential energy formula also this we know. So we just substitute there a by 2. We just instead of x we substitute a by 2. So what we end up is with half m omega square a square by 4. So we know this entire thing is total energy. So 1 by 4th the total energy is potential energy. So when we equilibrate these two, what we find is kinetic energy is equal to thrice that of potential energy at distance half the amplitude. Alright, so this suggests that it's 25% of potential energy and 75% of kinetic energy. Alright.